Oh, what a beautiful day. Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am currently in Old Portsmouth at the old Garrison church. You probably see just behind me there. It's a little bit bright on the camera. Unfortunately, I've had to light for me. It's quite dark in the car. So I am here today to do a little Q&A. I've been putting the word out on my social media for anyone who's got any questions that I can answer for them. Hopefully it'll help them out in some way or give you an insight into how I do my landscape photography. And if you guys have got any questions, if you're watching this, if you want to leave your questions in the comments down below, I'll try and answer them as best I can. So what I'm going to do today, I've got my drone with me. So if you've seen in my recent videos, or if you follow me on any of my social media, you'll know that I've got myself a DJI Spark, a little drone, which I absolutely love. I've flown it around and got some really good stuff. So I'm going to have a play with that today and hopefully get some video with it I can incorporate into this video. So let's get cracking, and I'll answer some of these questions for you as we go. Cheers, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Not too windy, not overly cold, although I'm wearing shorts again, which I keep telling myself not to, but I can't stop doing it for some reason. So, questions I've been asked on my social media include the first one from Adrian Jennings. Rather than carry lots of gear, which is the best lens to use for street photography? Now that's a really good question, because it depends what you want to portray in your street photography. You want to portray people, or maybe the architecture, one or both. If you want to do both, you're probably going to want to look at a lens around the 35mm range if you want a full sensor, or go 24mm if you want a crop sensor camera. This will give you a nice range for capturing people and the street architecture. So I don't currently have a 35mm lens. I wish I did. It is on my list of purchases, but then so are a lot of things, you know. So yes, I hope that's answered that question. Yeah, about a 35mm focal range is good for street photography, and it's going to get good architecture, wide enough to get it the scene as well as the people in it, if that's what you're going for. Okay, another question is from Steve. How long have you been shooting weddings? Weddings I started shooting in about 2006. Well, I didn't think it'd been that long, but okay, yeah, since about 2006. Photography's come on so much since then. You can actually go back on my Facebook page, my Andy Hornby Photography, not the workshops, the actual page, and look right back to when I first started doing model portfolios and weddings and stuff like that. The majority of my first stuff were put on there around about 2010, because I think that's when Facebook started adding pages. I didn't have a page before then. So yeah, from about 2010 onwards you can see all my stuff over the years. Yeah. Okay, another question, this time from Nick. Which 7 items never leave your photography bag? That's a really good question. I don't know whether there's 7 items that I keep in there. Obviously, camera, lens, vlogging camera, majority of the time comes with me. This is, although it's not in my bag, I take that everywhere, even to weddings. I never use it at weddings, but I take it anyway, just in case I just want to put my camera on something without putting it on the ground. If I haven't got my assistant or anyone with me, I'll take a decent tripod. What else? Probably not in my bag, but phone is always a good idea to have with you, mainly for the apps. I'll cover that in another video, but I use a lot of apps for my landscape photography at least. Spare batteries, always a good one. I'm always running out, especially I shoot Sony, so I go through batteries like nothing, but yeah, a spare battery is always a good one. Lenses, obviously, spare lenses. Don't generally take many lenses on my landscape shoots, but certainly for weddings, I've always got spare gear. potentially even a spare second camera in case my first camera for some reason doesn't work, or I drop it or something, or goes down the toilet, whatever, you know, for whatever reason. Business cards, potentially. If I'm putting myself out on social media, I want people to see that, and giving out cards. I know it almost seems redundant nowadays, but I still carry cards with me, just in case there is that one person that you want to collaborate with, or get them to contact you at some point. Filters. I do carry filters for landscape photography. You know, if you follow me on any of my social media, that probably my favourite style of photography is long exposure. You're not going to get those long exposure pictures without a decent filter, so I've always got a filter with me. I carry a polarizer filter as well. Don't use it so much because often or not I like the reflections on water, and I will use Lightroom to graduate filter the sky if I need to bring the sky down. I don't bother with graduated filters. So yeah, two filters I carry with me is my ND filter and my polarizer filter. It's always in the bag, only because if I take it out I'm going to lose it. I think that's probably about 7, if not a few more. But like I say, I've never really kept, you know, a lot of things stay in my bag, because if I don't keep it in the bag, it's unfortunately I'm dippy enough to lose it. So they're not in there for the reason that I use them all the time, but they're in there, you know, for that reason. I've got a big bag, so I've got the space. I'm not that fussed. Another question I get asked all the time is if there is one piece of advice I can offer anyone, what is that? And it's always the same. It's always shoot more than you need to. You'll know from my other vlogs and my social media that I rarely shoot lots of different locations. I'll pick a subject, or I'll pick a composition and I'll shoot that, but I won't just take one shot. I'll take, you know, 3, 4, 10 in different lights if the sun's doing different things. Today the sun's in and out and all that kind of stuff. So if I'm here taking a picture of a nice church like this, I won't just take one shot of it. I'll take a couple from the same angle, different angles. Generally I'll know the composition I want, so I'll know the angle. So it's mainly about getting the light right. If the sun's in and out of clouds, I'll take a picture when it's in the clouds. I'll take a picture when the sun's out. You know, compare them back in Lightroom. The chances are I won't like the one where the sun's out, because I don't like the sun on my subjects. You know, I shoot mainly at golden hour. Today it's about 12:30 now, and there's clouds, so the light hitting that at the moment is currently being diffused by the clouds. I'm not too worried. If the sun was out, potentially it's going to be too bright. That's my main bit of advice I give to most people when they ask me what's that one tip. Obviously there's lots of tips. I've got lots of stuff out there on my blog, on my website. Have a look at that. Loads of tips and tricks on there for landscape photography and other photography as well. Another question I get asked all the time, and this is a massive subject, but I always get asked, what are the best settings for landscape photography? Now, the answer is I don't know. I don't know what the best settings are. It depends where you go, what you do. It's about how you're lighting your subject or your composition. You know, you've got to start with a base exposure, so you need to find a good exposure and then determine what you want to do with your picture after that. If you want to incorporate some kind of movement, maybe you want to slow your shutter speed down. There's no one rule about how to get the best landscape photography shot. Again, it's about your location, your situation, your lighting, and what your subject is doing in your composition. It's that simple. I can't tell you what that is. I can tell you where you can start, where you can find your exposure, but again, that's for something I would teach on my workshops. So if you want to up your game with photography, maybe you want to pop along to a workshop or one of my photo walks, you can find that on my website, my events page. I'll leave a link just up there, and maybe you want to come along to one of those. I don't know, but like I say, there's no one rule that's gonna outweigh all the other rules. Get your base exposure, then determine what you want to do with your image, how you want to make it look more arty than just a snapshot. So I'm going to take a quick picture of this, and then going to fly my drone a little bit. I'll see you in a bit. cold. Oh, flying out for a while. Gets your fingers. So this is me done for another video. I hope you enjoyed it. Loving my drone, as you can probably tell at the moment. So from me in Southsea, once again, I'm going to bid you adieu and say goodbye. If you like this, guys, please whack that thumbs up if you're on YouTube, and subscribe if you're not done so already. Hit the little notification bell to get notifications of all my videos when I upload them. So until next time, see you soon. Bye.